Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Emily. This is Queen MJ's Tarot. And this is the new pick a card. Just general messages from Spirit, I guess. You will have 4 piles. These are general messages, so they may resonate, they may not. Just leave what doesn't resonate, take what does. You'll know if the messages apply to you. Also, energy is not linear, so it may bounce around. It may be talking about you. I may be talking about somebody that you're dealing with. You'll know how to apply the messages, of course. And I will leave information in the description box below. I'll try to timestamp also, so you can just skip to your pile if you want to. If you're inclined to pick more than one pile, by all means, go with your intuition. If you're guided to more than one pile, there may be more than one message for you in different piles, so definitely check those out. Also, weekly energies are posted. If you haven't checked that out, go ahead and do so. Give me a thumbs up so that I can get through the algorithms of YouTube. It just helps me get these messages out to those who need to hear them. Also, if you are not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I'd love to have you join our family. Hoping to go live, but I need a certain amount of subscribers to be able to do that, and then we can get to know each other. I can connect with your energies more. That way when I do readings, I can get more messages for you personally. If you do want a personal reading, because as I said, this is readings for the general collective, so of course everything's not going to apply to you. I'll leave information in the description box below as to how you can email me or DM me on my Instagram. Also go follow me there. I do post, I haven't for a while, but I'm going to start doing so. Like runes for the day and stuff like that, different energies on Instagram. And I may do some Instagram lives as well. So yeah, if you're already subscribed to me, thank you. I love you so much for your support. Always, you guys, I love your messages, your emails, your comments. It really helps me to connect with you guys, and I really love knowing that I am resonating with you. And how, because these messages are always really fascinating to me. So yeah, reach out to me and we'll book you for a personal reading if you'd like to do so. Really just take a deep breath, clear your mind, and focus on either the pile of cards, either the number of the pile, or some of you are more visual. I have crystals accompanying those. So whichever way you choose, you'll know however you're intuitively guided to choose. But just really use your intuition to pick, okay? And good luck, okay? I hope to hear from you soon. Bye. Good morning, my loves. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining our channel. These are your 4 choices for your pick a card. No real direction for these actual reading, just kind of seeing what Spirit has to say to you, what messages are coming forward about the energies around you. I want you guys to take a very deep breath and pick either the pile that's calling to you or the object that is calling to you. So here we have, the first one is green adventurine. Second is pyrite. The third pile is this green beautiful crystal called malachite. And the fourth will remain nameless because it's my baby and it's precious and I'm protective of it. But this beautiful, lovely little piece of glass, we'll call it. So there you go. There are your 4 choices. Like I said, clear your mind, take a deep breath. And by all means, if you're called to more than one pile, then definitely listen to it. Because there may be more than one message here for you, okay? Good luck all. I'm sorry I'm moving around so much, but I want to make sure to capture it because last time, for some reason, it came out cut off. So yeah, okay, see you in a few. Hi, pile number 1, for those of you who chose pile number 1. Wow. I don't even know where to begin. I got a really good feeling with this spread. Definitely some of you are very psychically in tune, you have a connection with the other side. You are totally being divinely guided. I feel like you're being denied something right now that you really, really want, that you feel like you deserve, that you feel like you should have had already, or you should have had come toward you already. But the reason for this denial is very much in tune with divine timing, right? Everything is about divine timing. We can put out to the universe what it is that we want. We're not in charge of when it comes to us, how long it takes to get to us, or even how it gets to us. You kind of just place the order and then wait for the delivery to get to you. You know what I'm saying? You are being communicated with by your guides, by your angels. They're definitely trying to tell you something. I feel like there's a situation where you've been caught in, or you keep finding yourself in either the same scenario, the same relationship, the same type of relationship, the same type of thing. This does have kind of a relationship feel also, but it's bigger than that. It's more like, I forgot what sign I got this for too. I just did the weeklies for all of the signs. It's like one thing begets another, right? Everything is relevant. When one thing goes wrong in your life, I don't know if you notice, other things start kind of taking that domino effect, that avalanche effect, and following suit, right? So you're kind of being shown the same things. You're being put in the same scenario. Because I'm sorry, the ones I should have shown you the stone. This is for those of you who chose this pile, okay? Pile number 1 with the green aventurine. You're being put in this same scenario because there is a lesson that you need to learn. And each time you kind of get put in the scenario, you kind of do learn this lesson, but I don't necessarily know that you're implementing the lessons that you're learning. I feel like you may be kind of on autopilot doing the same things over and over again. And until you start doing things differently, learning a new lesson each time you're put in that situation, and kind of letting go of it and telling the universe, okay, thank you for that lesson, and I'm done with that now, like, so it stops bringing you the same fucking lesson, right? But there is a feeling of needing to put yourself in a place where you are quieted mentally. You have no other interruptions, disturbances, influences on your own thoughts, because you are really being guided, but I feel like you need to silence yourself. There's something that you're being guided to do, right? There is some kind of light that you're being guided to shine, some kind of gift I feel like that you have, and you were given, really, all the gifts that we're given are given to us for not just our own good, but for the good of everyone. We're all connected. It's a universal thing, right? And so if you're being given a gift and you're not sharing that with the world, then what good is it doing? You're not serving your purpose. I feel like there's something that's either holding you back. Maybe you don't feel confident. Maybe you, if this is and this is a very spiritual spread for some of you, you're readers, also tarot readers, spiritual are into shamanic practices, shamanism. I don't know, something in the spiritual realm for sure, because this entire like message is all about divine support, divine guidance, divine messages that you're being given, and something that you are being pushed to do, that you were really meant to do, but for some reason, I think you're doubting the downloads that you're getting, if that makes any sense. You're like, it's like you're doubting that you're even getting downloads. Maybe you think you don't believe it, you're not trusting your intuition. I feel like you need to, like I said, there is a situation where you need to forgive someone, or forgive a situation, or maybe forgive yourself. I feel like this is a long-standing situation with someone. This could be a relationship. This could be, family, friendship, but somebody close to you, or somebody whom you've had an ongoing kind of tit for tat with, just a misunderstanding. It's time to, and maybe that's where this round and round energy goes, this cyclic energy where you're ending up in the same situation, or maybe it's the same argument or the same scenario, because you really need to look at this from the other person's perspective. You need to approach this with eyes of love. It's time to make a change, right? Because this is kind of holding certain things back for you. As far as receiving messages, and I feel like they're lining up everywhere for you, and it's because you have this purpose, this light that you need to shine. But in order to shine the light, things have to come to the surface, right? Things have to be cleared out. So this is a good time for shadow work for those of you who chose this pile, for going into your past and seeing what the root of situations are, why you react a certain way to a situation, why a certain situation bothers you so much. Really get at the meat and potatoes of the whole thing, so you can finally like heal this and get out of this cycle, right? Forgive whoever it is that you need to forgive. See maybe where they were coming from in the situation. Try to get a different understanding on what your part that you played in the situation was, what their part was, why things went down the way that they did. And like I said, with your gift, I feel like you did get the Be Generous card, which is definitely all about when your cup is full, you know, filling others' cups. I feel like also the more you give, the more you're going to receive right now. You're in a time to be generous. And I don't necessarily mean with money. I mean with your gift, okay? With your time, with maybe a little bit of your energy. Somebody who might need, you know, to bend someone's ear, a shoulder to cry on, to vent, okay? Someone who might be feeling a little unloved. I also feel like there is, for one or two of you, a relationship situation that has left you feeling unlovable, simply because I think this person laid out such a facade for you, and kind of made things seem, you know, like they weren't. It was a temporary situation. Maybe they made it seem like they were looking for something a little more stable. It was kind of like a spell, you know, that was cast. You know, it was an enchantment. It was temporary. It was not permanent. And that kind of left you feeling unlovable. This is not you. This is about them, okay? It's time for you to kind of boss up. Like I said, take time to yourself. You do have the Hermit card here. And you have to do the right thing by yourself, because I do see that you're kind of stuck in your old ways, and I think that also it keeps leading back to that cyclic card, right? You're being guided to do things a little bit differently, because there are things that are coming in for you. Specific message for one or two of you that I'm connecting with. You are receiving messages through animals. Whether that be animals that cross your path and you're supposed to maybe understand what the spiritual meaning of them is. For those of you who are practicing shamanism or getting into that type of thing, that might be prevalent for you. But you may also have a particular animal that you're bonding and connecting with, maybe starting to understand different behaviors or connect with them kind of psychically, almost like you just can understand each other. But you're definitely receiving messages from your angels and your guides through animals. Right? Animals can be kind of like guides also. It is definitely time for you to take time to be alone with your thoughts, have your dark nights of the soul, confront all of those things that you need to heal in order to move forward. But do right by yourself, set standards for yourself, you know, don't allow others to cross you. I mean, others can only treat you the way you allow them to, right? You can show them better than you can tell them, right? And how you show people how to treat you, you treat yourself good, okay? You draw your lines in the sand, you're discerning, you don't take no bullshit, right? You boss up, you become the Queen of Pentacles, right? Nurture yourself, okay? And that way your money will grow, your abundance will grow, all of those good things coming to you will grow. Some of you may be earth signs, that is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or there may be an earth sign or an Aries of significance to you. I'm seeing Virgo strongly here. For those of you involved in a relationship, stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking in on that person. Just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. Okay, so like I said, that goes back to that cycle you're stuck in. You are being guided and shown in every way possible that this is not the connection for you. For those of you that it's a relationship issue. But overall, this is a very psychic spread. Your mission here on this earth is to help facilitate a change, help facilitate a shift. And it's major, and you don't have time to deal with fuck people, you know what I mean? I don't want to say girl or boy, because this is sexless. You could be a man, you could be a female. Those energies don't really matter. If these messages apply to you, you will know. The messages can be reversed. I could be talking about you. I could be talking about the person that you're thinking about. Either way, let me know in the comments below if this resonated with you, okay? Thank you for tuning in. If you want a personal reading, everything will be in the description below, okay? Thanks. Hello, this is the reading for those of you who chose pile 2, which was the pyrite, okay? That's this stone right here. Crystal, sorry. Guys, okay, so first of all, I did feel guided to tell you that some of you may have felt like picking number 1 also, and I think there are similar messages in both of these piles, so if you did not do so, definitely you should go back and check out pile number 1 and see if any of those messages resonate for you, because there may be some messages in that for you as well. There is definitely a need for you in a particular situation, in a particular crossroads you've reached in life, to gain like a real understanding in a situation about certain things that are happening right now. And I feel like you are clouded kind of by like negative thoughts. And mind you, sometimes negative thoughts are not always your own negative thoughts, right? They can be noise from other people, you know, kind of shoving their opinions in your head, you know, putting their 2 cents in when they didn't ask for it, and kind of confusing the situation. Or it could be your own negative thoughts about maybe the way you think something will turn out, or the way you're expecting something to be maybe negative. This is bringing to light this message because it's something that you need to clear away, right? In order to gain that understanding that you're seeking. Like really not just like knowing the facts about a situation, like fully understanding, immersing yourself in it, immersing yourself in everybody's perspective in it, feeling the other person's point of view, and in your understanding, also understanding that there are certain things taking place in your life right now that are divinely guided and are kind of out of your hands. And so, you know, going back to that understanding, you have to learn how to look past certain errors, certain mistakes made on your behalf, on the behalf of other people, and understand that even those things are divinely guided because they're meant to bring you certain lessons in life in order for you to ascend to the next level of your spiritual journey. You know, it's the journey that we're all on. We take different roads there, different paths, but really the destination is all the same lessons, the same understandings, right? There's a situation here where I think you may be in a standoff with someone else, or there may be an energy where you're definitely being called to see the other person's perspective, other people's perspective. In this situation, I kind of feel like you may live with a lot of people. You're also being given the message of taking time for yourself. There's nothing wrong with taking time for yourself. And definitely I feel like you're being guided to, like you are in a situation where you just can't think clearly and you are dying to get away and you need like just a couple of days, a couple hours, a fucking walk, you know, something. Definitely feel like you're being called to be outdoors, depending on the weather, of course. Like where I am in New York right now, it's kind of gloomy and cloudy and I think threatening a little rain. But, you know, I like to hike, so sometimes I'll go hiking or I'll go for a walk. You're definitely being called to nature somehow right now. Some of you are gardeners, you know, some of you are interested in animals, but something to do with nature I really feel is tied in with this need to get away in order for you to have kind of quiet time to gain that understanding and cleanse your energy of whatever negativity it is that you have that's clouding your judgment, clouding your thoughts, clouding you receiving the answers that you seek. Also, in light of solitude and retreating into nature, you're getting a message to kind of approach a situation. How can I say this? I'm a creative person. I write. And even with my readings, sometimes I'm looking at a deck and I'm so tired, or a reading and I'm so exhausted that I know I'm not getting all of my messages. And so I literally sleep on it. Like, I literally will go grab a pillow and go to sleep, because when you're sleeping, you're working on another alpha wave of brain, activity, brain levels. And that allows your guards down in order for your guides and your angels to be able to work out whatever the solution is, and kind of put it into your brain or into your head or into your energy. And so a lot of times you'll find that maybe if you go off and you're trying to approach a situation and you're breaking your head trying to approach that situation, and you just aren't coming up with the solution or the right way to approach something, you're being told to fall back, take a break from it so you can approach it with fresher eyes, with a fresher mind. Literally go to sleep, meditate, kind of, totally forget about it, and drift off and allow your guides to work it out. Put the idea or the solution into your head, and more times than not, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna wake up and that day come up with the solution to approach your problem, or a solution to approach the next step in the problem. And that's really divine guidance, right? That's really like being in touch with your guides and allowing them to work. And I feel like that's what that energy of like things being out of your control is. I think you're being called to kind of work with the energy of giving it to God, but allowing the messages to also come through, so you know what your next step is supposed to be in the situation, to make sure that you're following along the divinely guided path. If you're trying to also manifest something or approach something, I feel like some of you may be, and this might be just a specific message for 1 or 2 of you, asking yourselves, this is funny because my throat chakra is acting up right now, out of nowhere. You may be asking yourselves, and because I have a message about this very thing in a minute, how, you have to word things the right way, right, when you're manifesting. So you can't ask yourself, like, should I get through this door, or can I get through this, should I get through this? The proper question is, how do I get through this door, right? Not, do I deserve to get through this door? You have to know it, stake your claim, and just put it out there like, okay, this is going to happen. I just need the answer as to how do I work this? How do I make this happen? What are the steps that I need to take in order to make this happen? Like, that is a definitive, I'm making this happen. I just need to know how. You know what I mean? That's the energy that you're putting out, and that's what's going to kind of boomerang back to you. There is kind of a stagnation, energy, and I feel like it has to do with some sort of a silencing. Either you're not speaking your truth in a situation, you're not, because the last pile also had that they had a gift that they weren't sharing. I don't necessarily feel like this is the same situation. It might be if this is like a career thing or something like that, but I feel like somebody's trying to silence you, or somebody kind of railroads you when you're trying to get a message across, and maybe you clam up a little bit. You need to stop that, because that's, stagnating. That's what I was talking about when my throat chakra was acting up. Some of you may be having throat problems or laryngitis even, or like your throat is sore. This is because you need to work on your throat chakra. And the most powerful way to work on that is always to speak your truth, right? Don't let anybody railroad you or make you feel like you have to keep your truth to yourself or be silenced in any way. Sorry, guys. Yeah, you need to speak your truth, stand in your power, right? This is something interesting because, this is a theme for me as well, about speaking my truth. And there is a situation where if you've been wronged, the scales of justice are going to balance, right? So anything that goes up must come down. Anything that's wronged will be righted. You will be receiving a message of some sort. It may be in tune with some kind of relationship, friendship, collaboration that's having an issue right now. I do feel like this might be a relationship type of an issue, where you do need to gain the understanding of the other person's perspective in order to either let this go, move past this, work this out. This is changes happening in this connection in order to either move you just move you on to the next step. These are things that are happening outside of your, again, outside of your control. So learn how to work with that energy so that you can gain a better understanding of what you want. Stagnation, being silenced, negative thoughts, negative feelings, shame, regret, guilt. Those are fucking bullshit, right? Look at this. I'm not kidding you. Let that shit go. Forgive and forget. I told you there's a situation where you need to gain understanding of somebody else in order to forgive something. This was very much a strong message in pile number 1. So definitely go check that message out if you were drawn to that pile as well. Okay, I hope this resonates. Please contact me. Information in the description box below will be there for you to either hit me up on IG or email me, and we'll get you booked for your personal reading if you want one. Let me know how this resonated for you. I do love to know that I connect with you guys, okay? Love you. Bye. Hello. For those of you who chose pile 3, that was this stone, the malachite, beautiful green stone and blue. No, green actually. Okay, let me just jump right into it. For those of you who chose this pile, I feel like you're being called to have honesty, both within a situation with someone else. Could be a relationship, could be a career type of a situation, could be some kind of a connection. But mostly I'm feeling honesty with yourself about a situation. Like maybe you've been staying in a situation for too long that's no longer serving you, and you're being called to sort of go inward and decide once and for all if this is something that you want, if you want to keep going down the path that you're going. Really be honest with yourself about where that is, where that would probably end up, how the situation can end up. Be honest with yourself, because I feel like there is a situation where you've recently had an upset, you've been angered, right? So you're carrying some amount of anger in your heart. You're being called to kind of release that anger. But in order to be able to release that anger, you have to work through that energy. So that's where the being honest with yourself comes into play, both in like the parts that you feel somebody else played, what their perspective might be also, and the part that you maybe have played in the situation, because it takes 2 to tango, right? You're being called to release the anger and not give credence to like negative words, or say like, if you're going to have a conversation in order to release that anger with said person, said individual, about whatever the situation is, it's sort of like telling you to measure your words, because when we speak out of anger, that's like toxicity in our throat, right? That's toxicity in the body, and you're sort of like putting out more negativity, and we all know that energy does what? It comes back to us, right? So whatever you put out, that's why spells, I don't believe in doing spells on people and stuff like that, because whatever you put out comes back times, I don't know if it's 3-fold, 5-fold, 7-fold, whatever, it's multiplied, and it boomerangs back to you. So you have to be really careful what energy you put out into the universe, and that also includes your intentions, your emotions, and your words, right? Words carry power. People don't understand the power behind words. That's why they call it spells, right? Spelling, it's about words, your wording. They carry an actual vibration, right? So you're being told, yes, to release anger, but also when you're expressing yourself or expressing something about a situation that has upset you, to measure your words so that you're not continually putting out negativity by the words that you're choosing to use to express yourself, and then therefore perpetuating more of that situation, if that makes any sense to you guys. You're being called to be logical about a situation. If this is resonating for you on a relationship level, this speaks on being honest with yourself and logical as to whether this relationship is serving your highest good. Is there an equal give and take in this relationship? Is there equal reciprocity? Is there like an equal energy exchange? Or are you the one giving all the time and not receiving that balance? Are things balanced? And this could be about thinking on every aspect of life, right? There has to be a balance in everything. Everything has to be approached logically. That goes back to being honest with yourself about what a situation is, what you can do, where it's really heading, if it's worth like your energy. And I think this is all stuff that you probably already know internally. You can't give only, it's like an inhale and an exhale, right? You can't just live off of exhaling. You have to inhale. You can't just give of yourself and not expect to receive anything in return, because you're going to be depleted. You're not going to have any energy. You're not going to have anything left to give, and most importantly to yourself, right? It starts with self. And then all things else fall in line. I feel like you're being given messages in your dreams. You should probably keep a dream journal next to your bed. That may be a specific message for one or two of you. But there is something that I feel like you're waiting for, something that you've been trying to manifest. But I feel like you're kind of stuck in more of a waiting, like, okay, because maybe you're not understanding that manifestation is, yes, visualization, yes, putting the intention out there, yes, being specific with the universe about what you want, yes, tasting it, hearing it, smelling it, feeling it in your every being, claiming it as yours. But there has to be some action put behind that manifestation. So I feel like you need to, instead of just waiting for your ships to come in, consider how you can get a buoy and meet them, halfway, or fucking swim to the ships. Do you know what I mean? You need to start taking action so that you can show the universe that you're serious about what it is that you've asked for. You're not just going to sit there and wait for it to come to you, because yes, good things come to those who wait, but God helps those who help themselves, right? So I feel like there is a particular situation where you're being called to follow your heart. You are being intuitively guided. You are receiving intuitive messages. I think that you should definitely don't second guess those. Follow your intuition. I feel like there's an idea that you have, some sort of something that you want to accomplish, just maybe more creative related, career related than relationship related. Either way, you need to get out and get grounded, like literally get in touch with Mother Nature. Take your socks off, get outside, put your feet in the dirt before it gets too cold. Feel the grass under your feet, that type of thing. Like, as long as you're alive, we're vibing with Mother Nature, and she has an actual like high vibration. And it's important. That goes back to also your words and the words that you speak, and the vibrations they carry out. It's important for you to raise your vibration to attune with what your angels are trying to tell you, to attune with what your angels are trying to bring you. And that's where releasing that anger goes, and speaking things the right way, so that you start speaking things into existence and start vibrating on the right frequency to align with, what your angels are trying to bring you, what it is that you're trying to manifest. But of course, that goes back to being honest with yourself and working through those energies so that you can release those angers and move forward logically. Because there is a situation coming in where you are going to receive equal reciprocity, but you need to put the work behind it. Okay, get out, get grounded. I think Mother Nature, you probably have a bond with the outdoors, or have been feeling called, particularly lately, to get outdoors. Who hasn't really, like, in the state this country's been in, and everybody's been kind of, quarantined and stuff, and being cautious and staying home and stuff like that. So, of course, I mean, everybody wants to kind of break free, but you in particular are being called to literally do something nature, hug a tree, like touch nature, like, do you know what I mean? So that you can get in tune with Mother Gaia, really. You have to follow the right white rabbit, right, so to speak. There is an opportunity coming in for you, I feel like, that you're going to, it's like do or die. It's like now or never. Like, okay, you've been manifesting, but you have to be ready to take action. And there is going to be a kind of a situation that comes to you, if it hasn't already, that it's going to be like, this is an opportunity that you need to take, because it may not come back around again. So you have to be ready to kind of hit the ground running, ready to take action, because this is something stable that's trying to come in, something solid, something that you definitely want to invest your time and energy in. This is key. This is something, there is a solution coming in, and I think this is something that you are kind of aware of. But again, with the Judgment card being here, make sure that you have cleared out all of the energies that are no longer serving you. You have righted all of the wrongs that you've done, you know, that you've worked through all of your negative energies, all of your anger in particular. Anger. I feel like this pile has an anger issue, so it's time to work through all of that, because the day is coming when you know, you're about to receive a message about this opportunity. As soon as you clear this energy out, like it's gonna be like this. So you have to really ground yourself and be logical and start taking steps toward making changes in your life that are aligned with what it is that you're trying to bring in, what you're trying to manifest, what you want, you know. Because there is a definite moving from troubled waters into more calmer waters. There's, for some of you, a very definite move, like actually moving locations, traveling. Ace of Wands is on the table, which is all about taking action. This is about passion. This is fiery energy. This is opportunity. This is, you know, something that you want. This can also be anger though. So like, again, because I do have the Five of Wands on the table, which is all about strife and arguments and like just fucking, you know, fighting. So watch your anger. Like, I don't know why I'm picking that up for you guys, because that has a possibility to turn your whole stability upside down. You know, as soon as you balance that out, things are going to fall in line. I do have the word of advice from the universe. That project, that person, that idea is waiting. Get after that shit. The world has your back. What am I telling you? Stop waiting. You have to go take action, okay? Hope these messages resonated. Leave me a comment below if you want a personal reading. All that will be in the description below. Love you guys. Hit the notification bell and give me the thumbs up, please, so that I can get through YouTube's algorithms. And of course, share the video. Love you. Bye. Hi guys. I hope you can see me okay. I had to adjust the camera a little bit and I'm a little cold, so hence the sweater. But this is for those of you who chose pile 4, which was this glassy rock here. Which, yes, I do know the name of this crystal, but this is my baby, so I don't like talking about it. Consider yourself my blessed pile that you're even seeing him, sorry. I know, I love crystals. Anyway, okay, wow, pile 4. Okay, so there's a situation, right, that you're about to go through, or you want to break through, and I think you feel like you're being cut off every time you try to progress in this situation. You are, but you're being cut off by the divine, either for your own protection or because for whatever reason you aren't ready for this yet. Okay, because for your own protection. I know things seem a little bit disconnected and a little bit fragmented. They may not make much sense to you right now, but you have to trust that this is happening, even if it feels like negative things are happening. These are things that are happening and falling into place actually because of something that you are manifesting or have manifested in the past, something that you asked for. So this is kind of like I was saying to one of the other piles, I think it was pile 1 or 2, you may have been drawn to those. If you want to go check those out, that might be a message for you. But this is kind of about letting go and let God, like understanding that you can put out to the universe what it is that you want. You can, you know, all day put out to the universe what it is that you want, but you're not going to be in control of the way that it comes to you. That also comes in the form of things coming to an end, relationships coming to an end. And of course, when that happens, it's usually behind like an explosive situation or something like that. So even the negative things that you are going through, it is the universe actually aligning itself to bring you something that you asked for, something that you've been praying for. You are being given the message to have patience because your prayers have been answered. I also feel like there may be somebody who's actually trying your patience. And you're being giving the message to remain poised. Number 1, to remain poised and kind of be ready for anything. Okay. Also, with the patience and somebody trying your patience and the fragmented energy, I think you need to take a step back and take a look at this situation from a different perspective. There's something that you're like not seeing, because you're focusing in on one piece of the puzzle, and there's like a lot of pieces that go into making this puzzle, right? Going to the picture of the puzzle. And I think you need to take a step back. That may be why you're not ready for whatever this is that you're being blocked from. So you're being told to be kind of poised and ready for anything. I do feel like for a specific number of you, either, I'm sorry for the noise, I live right by the highway. Either this is a situation where you are about to go through something a little bit heavy, some changes, you know what I mean? Change is not usually comfortable, but it is necessary, right? However, you're being guided to find the joys in life, to actually take a break and go do something fun, something that makes you laugh. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You know, it could be as simple as like watching a funny movie, or like listening to music, dancing around, you know, playing a game, you know, laughing, things that bring up your vibration. And to kind of enjoy the journey there. I feel like you're very focused on trying to get something done or get something accomplished on the end goal, and you're not taking the time to nurture your inner child. You're not taking the time to enjoy the journey there. You need to appreciate that as much as you want to get to a certain spot in life, you also need to be able to look back and realize how far you've actually come, and sit in that energy and kind of learn how to be in the here and now and learn how to enjoy the journey there. It's so cliche, but like, stop and smell the roses. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, there is a goal. Yes, it's important to visualize and see it and feel it and stake it as your own, stake that claim. But it's also important to enjoy the journey there. I feel like there are steps that you're trying to skip. You are being told not to give up, stay persistent. And by being persistent, that means working every day. This is very career oriented, by the way. Working every day toward your goal. Doing one or two steps or more, 5 steps even if you can, you know, a day toward accomplishing what it is that you want to accomplish. Like, very action oriented energy, very diligent, very like, you know it's coming. Act like you know it's coming. Stay the course, okay? Don't give up. Stay the course. Stay persistent. However, there is a situation that you are being told to look at a little more closely, to investigate, to get all of your information before you sign on the dotted line. Read the fine print. I repeat, read the fucking fine print, okay? Everything that glimmers is not gold. You have to think before acting. Don't be impulsive. Don't be impetus. There might be like an inclination to do that right now. Yes, be persistent. Yes, there is something big coming. Yes, you're trying to break through, but if you're seeing that you're trying to do something and it's not working out, there's a reason for that, okay? You need to let that go. There is a situation where I feel like you need to stand in your power. You need to be more confident about what it is you know, about what it is that you stand for, about what it is that you love, about your, you know, your spiritual connection to things, you know, if you feel so inclined to speak about that. But there is an energy of the need to speak your piece and standing in your power, and don't let anybody like kind of like make you feel any kind of way for what you know. Sorry, somebody just messaged me. And I do feel like there is the need to kind of speak your piece in a situation and then let it go. Like, it's time to kind of let something be and give it space to work itself out. You've already done the manifesting. You've already done, you're diligent in what you're doing toward that. You've already spoken your piece in the situation. It's time to let it go and go do something that raises your vibration so that you give it space and the energy to work itself out in your favor. Do you understand? There is a warning here. Again, I said there is something that's coming down the pike. It's going to be an uncomfortable situation, might be an upsetting situation for some of you. I'm sorry. Try to keep your vibrations high, and I know that's a lot easier said than done. when you're caught up in a situation that makes you feel some type of way. However, the warning is of a stranger coming in. There is caution, there's warning of some kind of danger, some kind of pain caused by this new situation, new person, new something coming in. So again, you're being called to kind of take a step back, go in and educate yourself on what the full situation is, everybody's perspective, what all of the information is before moving forward in something, because you need to balance kind of the risk towards the risk with your comfort, right? Is it worth the risk? Okay, really, really like investigate this, because I feel like the moon card is here on the table, by the way. Maybe Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio of significance, Cancer in particular. However, I feel like this is more of an energy of something that you don't know yet. So which is why it's the energy of investigate this situation, investigate, take the paperwork home with you, take that contract home with you, look it over, have somebody else look it over with a fresh pair of eyes. Maybe they might see something that you didn't. Read the fine print, because there's something hidden here. There's something hidden here it's like, how do I explain this? There's a couple messages. Something hidden about something that would make you very happy, or coming across as something that would make you very happy, but there's something you don't know about this. And so in order to be able to make an educated decision, whether you want to move forward with this, you need to know the pros and the cons, right? Make a list, journal a list of everything, okay? Because it's almost like something was dead and gone, or you think there's a situation that is dead and gone that's been completed, but not quite yet. Like I said, there is something you don't know. And definitely somebody not to be trusted in this situation. I think you're kind of in tune. So really when you sit with yourself and you sit down to look at what makes you happy, definitely you need to be a little more grateful about the things that are around you. Not a little more, but a little more focused on the things around you that there are to be happy about is what I meant to say. Because that's going to also help to raise your vibration. Take time to do things that you enjoy, get away from whatever it is that's like stressing you out, because it's a very stressful situation. Something that you thought was dead and gone is not quite. And you need that to be over in order for you to reach your 10 of Cups. Advice is don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone. You need some fucking time alone, and you know why. I mean, need I say more? Leave me a comment. Good luck with this, guys. Meditate, definitely. Lots of meditation here for manifestation, for good vibrations, for clearing out energies. There are frequencies on YouTube that are really good for that. Definitely focus on that so that you can keep your vibration high. And look into the fine print. Don't get into anything new without investigating it. But do speak your piece. But once you do speak your piece, don't speak anything negative anymore about this situation. If somebody's trying your patience, stand your ground, speak your piece about it, be diplomatic about the way that you communicate, and then walk away. Don't give into any toxicity. Some of you may be feeling a little irritation in your throat. That may be a specific message for one of you. I'm not sure. But let me know in the comment section below. Good luck, and hit the notification bell. Give me a thumbs up so I can get through YouTube's algorithms and get these messages out to others. Also, if you feel others might resonate with this reading, please share. And I love you guys, and hopefully see you soon. Bye.